Let's get ready for some NBA bet. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got George. He's out there with Oubre. Joel Embiid out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. And for the Bucks, Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Shot clock at 6. From downtown, Lillard with the rebound. And the Bucks with possession. It's a 3-point game. Portis a screen on Maxey. Lillard the pass to Portis. Jackson looking it over. Tipped away. Maxey with it. Lillard picks him up. Maxey no good. And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. On the wing, Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
The 76ers off to a slow start. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. And so just over a minute and a half played.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Philadelphia shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Fires the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And they take the lead.
And that's tough to guard against. Maxey is just so quick off the ground with that pull-up.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Giannis. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Maxey. A beautiful reverse layup. Maxey's got 5 now.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you.
Well, Oubre has the height right there to get it done and uses it well as he's able to score inside.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. And And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Not much a defender can do against Giannis there.
The 76ers trail by 3. Embiid from outside. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
It's up a 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. From deep three-point land, the long distance 3 is buried. 5 points in the game.
Well, Paul George definitely had a chance to take that one himself, but he makes the smart play and a quick dish to a teammate.
Again, Giannis missing.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Here's Maxey. No good on the quick 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 9.
Incredible range. Lillard makes these deep shots look like they're effortless.
Maxey. And the rejection by Jackson. And even 3-on-3 break. He's looking for Portis and finds him. With 4 seconds on the clock. And he lays it up and in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Milwaukee. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Oubre. George is out there with Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brent, for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his 3rd year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times that coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Grimes passes to Maxey. To the inside. Here's Oubre. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Taurean Prince. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. Lets it go from deep. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out. They're hungry to run. And they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Giannis inside. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Philadelphia leading by 3. George up top. 5 points in the game. Embiid from outside.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. Seeing some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Maxey, no good.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Grimes. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, Lillard works so hard on the offensive end of the floor. It's really what helps him get going like this.
Maxey with it. Guarded now by Jackson. In the corner, George with it. And he's good on the 3 ball. 8 points for him. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done, and he wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do. Great shot from Lillard. He loves finding space around that perimeter so he can just fire.
And stolen by Prince. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson dishes to Lillard. Giannis outside. Back to Lillard. Over in the corner, Portis. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Maxey. Pass to Oubre. And he converts the layup. And that's 10 points for Kelly Oubre.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And guys, it's been Kelly Oubre making things happen so far for the 76ers. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Brook Lopez is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Porter. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Green in at the small forward position. In the corner, Drummond with it. Pass to Yabusele. From the arc. Rebound by Brook Lopez. And it's Porter with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Green with a screen for Porter. Outside, Green. And it's off from three-point range. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Council missing. Milwaukee's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Kuzma outside. Back to Green. Fires from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Pass to Kuzma. Back to Trent.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Milwaukee shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Philadelphia leading by 3. Drummond sets the screen for Lowry. Back to Drummond. This one for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Kuzma quick to that ball and then cat-like quickness to get it up.
No one near Drummond as he lets it go. Off target from outside. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Hey, Brett, where would you rank the Lopez brothers as the best NBA siblings?
Well, they've had storied careers, both of them. Certainly in terms of the argument about the best twins to ever play the game, you could make an argument for them. You had, of course, Tom and Dick Van Arsdale in the 60s, Horace and Harvey Grant in the 90s. But what the Lopez brothers have been able to do, not in terms of their longevity, but in terms of their contribution to their teams, both very different. These guys have to be up there.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
Well, you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Inside. Pass to Council. Here's Yabusele. Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Outside, Green. The kick out to Lopez. Now Kuzma. Trent outside. 6 to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And it's Green missing. And now Philadelphia on the break. Lowry has the open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Lowry's got 6.
His skill set is so valuable on the offensive end. The coach can put him anywhere, and Lowry's going to find a way to impact a play. That time, catch and shoot.
Trent kicks to Lopez. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And for a 7-footer, Brook Lopez is pretty versatile. You get all the defensive impact you'd expect, but he can also consistently score on all 3 levels.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Drummond, right wing. Drummond a screen. Here's McCain. They grab their own miss. Pass to Yabusele. Drills it from outside. Lowry against Porter. Green with a screen on Lowry. Porter kicks to Green. And again, the Bucks miss. Here's Council. He knocks it down.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
Not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. 76ers lead by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, they've got Lowry. Andre Drummond is out there with Yabusele, and it's Council in at the 3 spot. There's the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Back to Portis. Pass to Jackson. Takes a 3. Kicks it out to Lillard. Screen by Giannis. 6 on the shot clock. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 22.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And that one's good. Maxey.
And great hustle from Maxey in the open court, getting there on the fast break.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. Over in the corner, Portis. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Tries the spin move. Here's Embiid. The tray. Kicks it out to Maxey. George sets a screen for Maxey. Back to Embiid. Over Giannis. Again, Philadelphia. Embiid.
Domination, plain and simple. Embiid isn't holding back and is giving the defense all he's got.
Oubre with the steal. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Bobby Portis. Milwaukee's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Outside, George. 76ers moving the ball around. Maxey, no good. Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. Outside, Jackson. Drills the three-pointer. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Nice find by Lillard. He deserves some recognition for that kind of passing.
Maxey passes to George. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Pass to Prince. Here's the 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team, Giannis. And
my goodness, Joel Embiid, spectacular.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. A shot by Lillard, wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis. And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moment.
Giannis. Now Portis, defended by George. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lillard. Lets the three fly. Gets the three to fall.
This team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
Here's Embiid on the attack. What a move by Embiid.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Lillard attacking. Here's Antetokounmpo. Off target on the 15-footer.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Pulls from the top of the key. Good!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Fires the three. Misses the three. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbound, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
Puts it up off the inbound. Oubre for 3. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they... All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
safety veterans on both of these rosters, Clark. How do you see that impacting the game?
Well, B.A., it's going to lead to some high-level basketball. You got a roster full of high IQ players. They know what it takes to get W's. I'm very much looking forward to this matchup because of that.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Floats one up. That shot off. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers, and I asked about LeBron James and how his team plans to stop him. He said, I told our guys that we can't give him any lanes to the rim, because when that happens, everything else in his game opens up. We need to plug every avenue to the basket. Guys, let's see if they're able to execute this strategy.
And Allie, thanks. And here's Doncic outside. He drops it from range.
Watch out now when Doncic is dialed in from deep because he's unguardable.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for fourth most in NBA history, Clark.
B.A., he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
And so it's Milwaukee with it, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's Portis. Doncic grabs the miss.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Here's James. Antetokounmpo with the block.
What a swat by Giannis. Love the force he throws those shots away with.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Reeves against Prince. The drive by Reeves. Oh, nice! Big finish! Man.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climbing.
Now here's Portis. Jackson surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Prince. Portis, the pass to Prince. Rebounded by the Lakers. It's Reeves with the drive. Doncic outside. Outside Reeves. Back to Doncic. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
It's deflected. Pass to James. Kicks it to Doncic. There's a screen by Lin. Doncic against Lillard. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
Now here's Reeves. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Reeves has got 5 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Portis. He's scoreless. Portis with a screen on Doncic. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. No good with the triple. Los Angeles leading by 5. From deep, Reeves. Giannis with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis dumps it home.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
For Los Angeles, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. There's a screen by Lynn. Pass to James. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Lillard outside. There's the 3. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
No good that time. Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of it. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. LeBron James out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Lynn in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league. And he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And Doncic launches from deep. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Boy, what a high-arcing shot from Doncic. Seemed like that one was never going to get to the rim after it left his hand.
A nice shot by Lillard.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Good on the bucket.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now here's Reeves. Give him 8 points now. Here's Lynn. And a miss there on the triple. The Bucks have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. And there is a whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Doncic right side. Nice finish from Luka.
Doncic giving you the full package. Superstar for sure.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Lillard. He's got 18. Brents can't hit.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Back to Doncic. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Lillard with the ball. Now Doncic defending.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Antetokounmpo against James. Now here's Doncic. Defense is right there. That one falls. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, Lee. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work, between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Milwaukee has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Lopez against Hayes. Porter looks it over. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, nice decision making. Porter Jr. can drive or pass off the pick.
Here's Goodwin. And it's good for 2. Goodwin's got his first bucket in this one. The Bucks trail. Green in the post. Hachimura covering. Outside Porter. There's 45 seconds left in the second period. Fades back. They get it back. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Pass to Hayes. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his first foul of the game. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to connect. Lets it go from deep. Here's Goodwin. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Lakers ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll be back right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him, and then of course executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter too.
We've got Kyle Kuzma. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent. Then it's Green, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. The Lakers lead by 7. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, yeah. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Now, here's Green. Still no points. Kuzma, the pass to Green. Outside for Porter. Shot clock at 5. Trent. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Goodwin. 5 points in the game. Hachimura outside. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And you see the awareness Connect has a good understanding for when his guys are open.
Outside, Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Lakers have gone 3 of 3 in the second half.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. And here's Porter outside. Knocks it down from distance. Porter's got 5.
Boy, quick release that time from Porter. Pulled up before the defense could get to him.
And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Goodwin. He's guarded by Porter. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Lopez with the steal.
That was clearly a forced pass. There was no room for him to make it.
Green for 3. That shot, no good. Los Angeles leading by 10. Vanderbilt finds Hachimura. Back to Vanderbilt. Right wing. Here's Connect. Out to Hachimura. Back to Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Goodwin. Off target from outside. The Bucks trail by 9. Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw this game. So it's Los Angeles now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Goodwin. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Lopez. Up top, Porter. Give him 8. Lopez passes to Green. Tipped. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Now here's Porter. Lopez passes to Trent. Back to Lopez. Lopez, the screen. Trent from long range. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Goodwin. Porter against Hachimura. Outside Vanderbilt. 4 on the clock. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And it's Connect missing. The Bucks trail by 9. Porter in the post. And that comes off the assist by Green. Porter's got 8 points in the quarter. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Hayes. Here's Connect. On the wing, Hachimura. Up top, Vanderbilt. Here's Goodwin. He's guarded by Porter. Vanderbilt, a screen on Porter. And here's Connect outside. That shot is off. And so it's Los Angeles closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Alex Lynn. James is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Reeves in at the 2 guard. Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career. So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
The Lakers in the lead. Doncic with it. The shot no good. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Lillard left side. Screen by Antetokounmpo to take the lead.
standing still. Leonard is a flat-out laser shooter.
Reeves, the pass to Lynn. To the middle. Here's Finney-Smith. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer.
Here's Prince. Portis a screen. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Doncic against Jackson. Lynn passes to James. And he was fouled while in the act of... And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the...
Shooting for Los Angeles, LeBron.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the ref take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. The basket counts, and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Bucks?
What a performance from beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
You know, another thing that stands out to me is their passing in this game. I mean, they've done a tremendous job sharing the ball and setting each other up for success. LeBron delivering in the key moments. Huge basket from the King.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the jam.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
James passes to Doncic. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Doncic has got 20 points.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Doncic deciding where to go with it. Got a piece of it. Here's Reeves. Yep, that one goes. And the Lakers lead by 1.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter. Here comes Luka. Right side Reeves. Five to shoot. Pass to James. Here's Finney-Smith.
And I just love how he uses his lateral quickness to stay with his man. Lillard is a capable on-ball defender. And you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Screen by James. Count it!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Here's Lillard. Takes it in. Oh, my! Throw it down!
Somebody really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
Reeves finds James. 27 seconds left in the final quarter. Back to Finney-Smith. Pass to James. The three. Oh, he buried the three.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now. It's all about getting a three right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a three.
It's stolen by Doncic, and it's the Lakers on the break. Oh, there's the alley.
His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And so it's the Lakers who scrape by with the win. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these home teams. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For
These two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Austin Reeves. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Doncic, and it's Len in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now Doncic, after Kelly Oubre missed from long range. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. Here's Doncic. Kicks it out to James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down on D, and it takes a very special effort to get off a clean shot against him. Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's James. Shoots the 3. Another miss by LeBron. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, showing that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
And that one's good, Maxey.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. I asked him about the game plan to contain LeBron James, and he laughed. He said, there's a way to contain LeBron James. All we can do is try not to give him easy looks and force him to make tough plays. I guess that's the best thing you can do against King James, guys.
Thanks, David. And Doncic gets it to go.
And there's no shortage of fight in Doncic. He's a counter-puncher. Hit him with a 3, and he is coming right back at you.
And he gets the bucket. George has got 8.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
It's good.
Continuing to work. No give from Maxey, even amongst the bigs.
Doncic outside. LeBron, a screen on Oubre. From past the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
George, no good. Lakers trail by 3. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah, what you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Reeves the pass to LeBron. Doncic outside. Now Reeves fires the 3. And finished off by LeBron.
Look, getting inside positioning is what he wants. Like, once that man gets in there and gets moving, oh, he's going to finish that dunk.
Doncic against Maxey. And the shot goes in. He has 7.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Doncic against Oubre. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Reeves outside. Pass to Len. Now here's Doncic. Into the lane. Back to Len. Reeves in the corner. Jacks up a 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len.
Philadelphia ball.
There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Maxey. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to George. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Maxey kicks to George. Kept alive. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the 76ers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just plain unselfish.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. He's out there with LeBron James. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And it's Doncic missing. The 76ers leading by 6. Outside, George. Kicks it out to Maxey. Embiid wide open. Off target from three-point range. The Lakers shooting 43% for the game. Sinks the three-pointer. Reeves has got 6.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
George dishes to Embiid. Oubre on the wing. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Another shot. And it falls over the rim and in. Grimes has got the lead up to 8 now for the 76ers. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. Doncic very comfortable down low.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
For 3, Oubre nailed from three-point land. Oubre's got a pair of triples in the second now for the 76ers. LeBron sets the screen for Reeves. Hayes finds Reeves. There's the triple. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he can extend the lead to double digits. Lakers trail by 9. James looking around. LeBron a screen on Oubre. Kicks it out to James. Here's Hayes. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Hayes has got his first 2 points.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Maxey against Doncic. Three-pointer by Embiid. The 3, good for Embiid. Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
Yeah, thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. And Doncic throws it down.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Reeves left side. A three-pointer is right on target. And now just a 2-point 76ers lead. George passes to Maxey. Back to George. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. George has got 11.
And that last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Maxey passes to Embiid. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
Look, inside, Embiid just has all the tools for success. The height, the power, and more importantly, the tenacity.
LeBron kicks to Hayes. That shot misses. George with the defensive effort. Three-pointer by Embiid, and that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers on top, up by 4. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
They've got Drummond. Abusele out there with Lowry. And it's Council in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And it's Council missing. The Lakers trail. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
Here's Connect. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
You have to stay attached to Connect. He's a terrific off-ball threat.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's McCain. Count it.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Lakers.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Goodwin feeling it out. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Goodwin. Hasn't made one yet. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Alex Len's checked in for Los Angeles.
Alex Len.
Ball's knocked loose, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. A 3-ball. And McCain pulls it down. Drummond passes to Lowry. Fires from deep. Bangs home the trifecta.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you.
Oh,
Yes! Oh, he got fancy with that one.
yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Lowry. Pass to Council. Drummond with a screen on Hachimura. And it's Council missing. And it's Hachimura penetrating. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And the athleticism on display. You got to enjoy watching Hachimura go for the powerful finish.
And Drummond throws it down.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Now, here's Goodwin. Defense right on him. Out to the right wing. That's tipped. 5 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Vanderbilt inside.
Jared
Solid
Vanderbilt.
play in the low block, and that one's good. Vanderbilt's got 6 here in this quarter. Lowry against Vanderbilt. Here's Yabusele. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Goodwin kicks to Hachimura. Pass to Connect. Hachimura setting the pick for Connect. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
This one for 3. And it's Council missing. Lakers leading by 5 to the middle. Vanderbilt inside. Defended by Drummond. Now here is Hachimura. Glenn a screen. Hachimura no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Yabusele. For the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Yabusele's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Goodwin. Now recovering. Goodwin, good. And the Lakers lead by 4.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
McCain. Here's Drummond. And the shot no good, a bit short. Now Hachimura. The rebound by Yabusele.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One will try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game neither. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Substitution on the court.
3 tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Hachimura. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Len. Then it's Goodwin. And it's Connect in at the shooting guard position. Back to LeBron. On the wing, Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Doncic kicks to Len. In the corner, it's James. Len with a screen on George. LeBron passes to Len. Reeves outside. Over Maxey. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Lakers lead by 4.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Oubre kicks to George. Fires from way outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
The shot by Len, wide open. No good on the 3. The 76ers trail by 4. Oubre passes to Maxey. Releases. Nice jump shot. Good.
Remarkable work in transition. Maxey just overwhelms the defense when the break is on.
George against James. Over in the corner, Doncic. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And here's James outside.
And the timing from George there on the rejection, using his long reach to turn away the shot. And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Len with a screen on Oubre. Here's Doncic. Pass to Len. Len with a screen on George. James connects from deep.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
Oubre dishes to George. From the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Picked by Finney-Smith. Luka taking it in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Len.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
In bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Oh no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
Doncic against Oubre. Doncic looking it over. Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic.
What determination from Doncic, pushing his shot through despite some stiff defense to draw the foul.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Here's Maxey. Embiid, the pass to Oubre. George up top. James covering. High post, Embiid. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by LeBron. And here is Los Angeles now. Reeves the pass to LeBron. Doncic kicks to James. Doncic outside. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. What will happen if you're pushing a little too hard?
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Maxey passes to Oubre. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Lets it fly. Ooh, offline. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
LeBron James.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
And the 76ers call time here. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And what's their best move at this point?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Love the play there on the inbound. The defense lost contact with him, and he knocks down the triple.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's his second personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
At the line for the Lakers, Luka Doncic.
And so he drops them both. It's a three-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that three-point lead.
5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Embiid, no good. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every... Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Now let's take a look at the Bucks opening lineup. Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Prince in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, we've got George. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Kelly Oubre out there with Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the 2. Both of these teams tonight with a fair share of veterans on their roster spread.
Yeah, a lot of guys coming into this one, BA, just ready for what the game offers up. They have young guys that are watching and getting experience from observation. But the guys on the court tonight, they're going to understand where it is that this game in a 6-minute stretch can be taken advantage of, and that could be the difference in the win.
Here's Lillard after the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Pass to Jackson. Back to Lillard. From the arc. Nails it from 3.
And Lillard a flat-out gunner from deep because he's just a lethal shooter from way outside.
And Maxey, here we go. Out to the right wing. Embiid against Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo with the block. Lillard outside. From outside the arc. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Well, he can create his own shot. He can spot up off the ball. Lillard can torch your defense any which way.
And you know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line, Brent.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense where he's very strong at attacking the rim.
George passes to Maxey. Oubre on the wing. Takes the 3, and he buries his first look.
So big for this offense and crucial that Oubre can continue to knock it down from there.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. Lillard passes to Portis. Back to Lillard. Shoots a fadeaway. Rebound by the 76ers. Pass to Embiid. Inside. Here's Grimes. Screen by Embiid. To the paint. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Anticipation and length makes Giannis a great shot blocker.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the game. Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, BA, I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
Here's Maxey. Philadelphia with another miss.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
There's Jackson with the 3 to get it again. And so it's Embiid who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. 7-point differential. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Brian, the Sixers' two stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Ali. Thank you. So it's Philadelphia now. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. Jackson outside. The 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. For 3, Maxey on target from range. Maxey's got 5 now.
I mean, talk about spacing out a defense. Maxey can get to the cup at will and can also hit from well beyond the arc.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Lillard fires away from way outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He's got 12.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
Here's Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Embiid a screen on Jackson. For three, Maxey. And Philadelphia hits again from deep. Portis for three. And that's not going to go. Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Giannis plays the four with Portis in at center. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the small forward position. Now here's Lillard from deep. Antetokounmpo. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Giannis anticipating there and just creates his own chance.
Pass to Embiid. This one for three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
The three ball. The shot by Lillard, no good. 76ers trail by 4. Maxey on the wing. There's the drive. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Maxey's got 13.
You know, you have to love how strong Maxey takes it inside. Feels like he can beat everyone to the cup.
Oubre with it. Portis picks him up. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. For three, Maxey.
How about the reach from Giannis that time? He does not make any shot easy.
That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-pointer. And the Bucks miss again. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And the Bucks going with a whole new group out there. Green, a screen. Pass to Lopez. Trent against Oubre. On the wing, Porter. Clock at 6. Lopez, the screen on Maxey. An open look for Porter. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Porter's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, nice decision making. Porter Jr. can drive or pass off the pick.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. It's Kuzma with the miss.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Drummond, the screen on Green. Here's McCain. Pass to Drummond. Puts up a three. Connects from downtown. Drummond's got his first 3 points of the game. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
For three, Lowry. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Pass to Trent. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Lopez, the screen. Porter, the pass to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lopez, the screen on Lowry. Trent's shot is off. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Drummond. Fires for 3. And Lowry with the basket on the assist from Drummond. And now a 3-point Philadelphia lead.
That's where you want Lowry shooting that triple. He's most effective from the corner.
Up top, Lopez. Drops in the 3. Lopez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. The hard work on the offensive glass, you can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Kuzma for 3. Drummond grabs the miss. The 76ers have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Here's Yabusele. Here's the teardrop. Rebounded by Lopez. Trent, the pass to Green. Knocks down the triple.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Just 4 seconds left in the second. Yabusele. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Bucks on top, up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
They've got Andre Drummond, and it's Council in at the 3. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Lopez with the steal. And they're on the run. Trent from long range. He buries it from 3. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Lowry against Porter. Pass to McCain. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Council. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Bucks shooting the ball at 48% so far. Lopez, the screen. Trent from long range. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Council with the bucket.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Here's Lowry. Here's Yabusele. Back to Lowry. He shoots it. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot. As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Now here's Lowry. Give him 8. Rejected by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Here's Council. And it's all from three-point range. And so Porter will bring it up for Milwaukee. Pass to Green. Back to Porter from behind the arc. Sinks it from distance. Porter's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, incredible range. Porter Jr. can cash you in from distance. He certainly did there.
Here's McCain, guarded by Trent. Drummond for three. Rebounded by Lopez.
The D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Trent outside. The three is up. He can't hit that time. 76ers trail by 3. Pass to Drummond. Here's McCain. Drummond with the screen. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 5 now.
Well, this is when the game slows down for a big man like Andre Drummond. He can make those kind of plays.
Green, the pass to Trent. Outside, Green. It's Lopez, high post. Outside, Green. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to McCain. Back to Lowry. Drummond, the screen on Trent. Lowry, the pass to Drummond. For the lead. Rebounded by Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now. And they get it back. Kuzma outside. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
Getting exactly what he wants. Kuzma needing to create some elbow room for himself.
And the Bucks going with a whole new group out there. 76ers trail by 3. Lowry with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Charity stripe shot. Out to the right wing. For 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
And bigs like Portis can get up and make those dunks look sweet.
Lowry surveys the D. From downtown, Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Milwaukee leading by 5. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Substitution on the court.
19 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. A shot by Lillard, no good. Drives the pass to Oubre. 3-pointer. He's off on that one. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Milwaukee out in front, leading by 5. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. On the floor for Milwaukee, Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3. Here's Portis. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Now Oubre. Pass to Grimes. George with it. Jackson in his pocket. To the wing, right side. 6 to shoot. Here's Grimes. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That's his first.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks?
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
For three, here's Lillard. Joel Embiid with the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Maxey finds Oubre. Back to Maxey. Pass to Grimes. Portis with the steal. And the Bucks pushing it up now. And that one good. And the Bucks lead by 6.
And Portis out there as the big guy, really running the court well.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Maxey with a screen on Prince. Oubre against Jackson. George for three. Pure from three-point range.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Lillard. Oh, tough shot, Lillard.
And Lillard refusing to be denied.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 5. Embiid, good.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Maxey. For three, here's Lillard. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
And Lillard wasting no time getting 3 back.
The 76ers have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. And that's an intentional foul.
Damian Lillard. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Jackson against Maxey. Screen by Embiid. Back to Maxey. Stolen by Jackson.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
The three for Prince. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
3 points.
And now an 8-point Bucks lead.
But when he's spotted up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
For three, here's Lillard. Out to Portis. Jackson on the wing. There's the triple. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 10.
Love the pop in Portis' game right now. Superb job hitting the offensive glass.
That one drops 4. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
And the dunk by Lillard.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Well, the corner 3, no challenge for Maxey. I mean, the dude can straight up shoot from deep.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Assisted by.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
The Bucks leading by 7. And here's Lillard. 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Embiid. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
I'm not sure if family and friends are here in the stands tonight, but he wanted to show that one off. Fading away on the shot was absolutely not necessary.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And here's Milwaukee now. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Lillard with some arc. The rebound by Maxey. Pass to George. Fires from way outside. Off the mark. And so it's Milwaukee with the W. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for
We're sure to see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
An ultra competitor in everything he does. LeBron doesn't go up just for the simple layup. He wants to throw it down.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Clock at 6. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. One thing about the Lakers, Clark, over the last couple seasons, they get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a lot of that is due to the fact they've got some real creators in their lineup, guys who can attack off the dribble at multiple positions from multiple angles, and that creates pressure for the defense.
The drive by Doncic. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The speed, savvy, and strength combination of Doncic, really difficult to defend.
Down low, here's Jackson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, it's early. They should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the 3 ball is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And the basket by Jackson.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's Doncic. LeBron with a screen on Jackson. Doncic passes to Reeves. And stolen by Kuzma. Launches a 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. Reeves can't hit. Antetokounmpo against Doncic. Doncic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Reeves. Los Angeles with another miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Alderman. David?
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. I talked with Coach about how he plans to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. Coach laughed and then asked me, you have any ideas? Giannis is an impossible matchup. We just hope to slow him down a little. As always, it's very difficult to game plan for the Greek Freak, a multiple-time MVP. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. On the free throw, no good.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him with an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
And Antetokounmpo swims it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Reeves has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Lakers.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And the basket by Lillard.
The moment they hit that last shot, Lillard wanted one of his own. He was determined and undeterred to strike right back.
And LeBron throws it down.
Man, I like like seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Here's Lillard. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Lakers trail by 6. Here's Finney Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Finney Smith locked and loaded from the corner, ready to fire on contact.
Here's Lillard, and he drives in. Jackson finds Lillard. Giannis a screen on Doncic. Takes a 3, and that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Milwaukee. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Kuzma kicks to Giannis. 6 to shoot. The 3. It's hauled in by LeBron.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy. Hey, I feel bad for those rims because Portis has no mercy on them, throwing it down with force.
Doncic feeling it out. Kicks it out to LeBron. Reeves outside. LeBron sets the screen for Reeves. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Milwaukee ball.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report.
You just cannot permit Lillard to get into a zone from deep. I mean, once that happens, you can't turn the valve off.
Reeves against Kuzma. Ring shot on the way. Reeves can't hit.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Back to Jackson. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
The assist from
Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Bucks leading by 13. Here's Lillard. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Los Angeles. Offensive rebound. Kuzma outside. They get a hand on it. Doncic with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Reeves can't hit. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Giannis. Oh, what a move! Giannis!
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
And here's James outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. LeBron's got 7 points.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Doncic against Lillard. Giannis a screen on Doncic. Lillard misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Doncic has it all. Full package. Soft hands that time made the floater look easy.
Here's Antetokounmpo. After Luka Doncic's bucket. Here's James. James gets inside and finishes.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, hey now! Hey now! Yeah! The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for LeBron. Hachimura comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Connect, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. And Goodwin subbed in for Luka Doncic. Here's Trent. Hachimura grabs the miss. Vanderbilt kicks to Goodwin. And again, the Lakers no good. And we finished one half of basketball. Milwaukee on top. They're up by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Maccabees right now. They've got Porter. Torian Prince is out there with Green. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Lopez in at the center. Now here's Porter. He's tightly guarded from deep. Green. It's good from long range. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
To the right side. Stolen by Prince. From deep, Trent. Here's Porter. Green with a screen on Hachimura. And finished off by Porter.
Really good to see Porter Jr. crash the glass like that, using that athleticism to do some real damage on the board.
Now connect. Scoreless thus far. Porter in the corner. Outside, Green. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Green's got 6 in the quarter.
Fantastic job moving the ball there by Porter Jr., understanding exactly what was available when his teammates were open.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Lopez, no luck.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Pass to Hachimura. Out to the wing. To the wing right side. Here's Vanderbilt. Back to Hachimura. Shot clock at 5. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And a miss there on the triple. Milwaukee leading by 13. Pulls up. Prince outside. Lopez outside. Over Hayes. The rebound by the Lakers. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. To the paint. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
And here's Trent outside. Connects from three-point range. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Bucks leading by 13. 1:44 left in the third. Green, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Green's got 8.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. To the left wing. Pass to connect. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Three-pointer. Traps in the tray.
I love how aggressive Connect is off the catch. Shots like that proves he belongs in this league.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Pass to Porter. Launches it. Hands it from downtown. Porter's got his second basket.
Porter Jr., we know he can create his own shot, but he also can knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Lakers trail by 17. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Goodwin. Now, here's Vanderbilt. And Hayes kicks to Vanderbilt. Hachimura with it. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 8 points for him.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Porter dishes to Lopez. Over Hayes. 1 second left. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up north. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got James, Luka Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Len in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Laker 5. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Oh, explosive move by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Out left to the wing. The wide open look here for Kuzma. And the 3 off target. Lakers trail by 12. And Doncic, here we go. In the dunk by Doncic.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Sinks the triple.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Len with a screen on Jackson. Doncic with it. Picked up by Portis. LeBron passes to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. James against Portis. That one drops for him. Land's got his first points of the game.
Setting the table for his teammates, James enjoys sharing and passing the ball and getting others involved, I think, more than any other aspect of his game.
And Portis throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Luka Magic has been on display tonight. He is in full control, piling up the points.
Three-pointer, Lillard. LeBron grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the wing on the left. Reeves outside. Here's Len, and with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Len's got 4 this quarter.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And the basket by Lillard.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
James, a screen on Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Len. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that brings them within 8. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Floats it up for Giannis. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Doncic finds James. 1:07 left to play here in the fourth. James sets the screen for Doncic. It's up a 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Cranes the three-pointer.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Los Angeles with another miss. And the Bucks with possession here. Lillard looking around. Giannis left side. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Well, Grant. When you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Here are the five for Philadelphia. We've got Maxey, George out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Grimes in a two-guard. Now here's George, and here's Oubre from the arc. Rebounded by LeBron. Doncic outside. James, a screen on Maxey. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
I mean, the points go to Doncic, but give his teammate credit, setting up Luka with a nice screen.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And Richard, after going undrafted back in 2016, what a career for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Approaching a decade in this league. He's been a starter for most of that time, but he continues to be the definition of a 3-and-D glue guy.
And here's Oubre from the arc. Kicks it to George. Pass to Grimes. Second chance shot. And George with the layup.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
The shot by Reeves, no good. Philadelphia's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. It's Hayes with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Doncic left side. George with a steal. Maxey against Doncic. George outside. Ooh, poked away. Outside Reeves. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Embiid, good.
You must respect Embiid's range as a defender. He'll make you pay every chance he gets.
Doncic, a screen on Maxey. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Up top, Embiid. Maxey finds Embiid. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and Coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there, but we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous. Now, that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. It's a 5-point game. With the 10-footer, and he connects with a jumper. Doncic has got 7 points.
And there's Luka, one of the most entertaining players in the league.
Pass to George. Let's go with a 3, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here is James. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Nice little duel here. LeBron getting the 3 points back for his team.
Pass to Grimes. And it's the Lakers on the break. From deep, here's Doncic. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Maxey. The shot comes out. The Lakers have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. And here's Reeves outside. This is his 4th shot of the night. Still hasn't hit one yet. Oubre with it. Hayes picks him up. Here's Grimes. And the layup falls.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
The Lakers trail. James, right side. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter here. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. And Doncic, here we go.
Embiid with no problem getting in your grill defensively.
And it's Doncic missing. Embiid finds Maxey. Embiid a screen on Reeves. For 3, Maxey. Here's Embiid. Goes back up. Kicks it to George. Embiid a screen on James. For 3, George. And the three-pointer goes. George has gotten his 3rd basket of the night. There's 21 seconds left in the first. From deep, Reeves drains the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain the triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's Finney-Smith. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And on top of that, they've been dialed in from deep. And if they keep it up, it could be a big night for them.
Jackson Hayes is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Oh, man, LeBron, just big boy basketball on full display.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Now here's Maxey. 4-3. James with the rebound. Doncic outside. Back to James. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Reeves. Pass to Doncic. Again, the Lakers score. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Lakers?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Oubre against Doncic. James, a screen on Oubre. Doncic on the take. And Doncic with the jam.
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow.
Embiid finds George. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. George has got 14.
Willing passers, unselfish play. have to appreciate this kind of offense.
And here's Doncic outside. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. George passes to Maxey. Puts up a deep 3. And the 76ers another 3. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 2. Back to Doncic. Over Maxey. And again, the Lakers, no good.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Embiid passes to Oubre. From deep 3-point range. And there's Reeves. That one's good on the assist by James. Reeves has got his 2nd basket. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half. Now, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Off the mark there with a 3. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the 2nd quarter. Here's George. Here's Embiid. Some room here for George. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. George has got 21.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
Pass to Hayes. Hey, puts up a 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now. For 3, Maxey on target from range. And it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey letting it go.
James, a screen on Oubre. And Doncic launches from deep. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The 76ers have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the 2nd. Nice work. Nice shot by George.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Luka proving he can score from anywhere. It's George on the wing. Here's the floater. And the layup is up and in. He's got 25.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. The Sixers on top, leading by 6. All right, now let's check. Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the 2nd half of this game.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Paul George has been sensational.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. They've got Andre Drummond, and it's Council in at the 3. Pass to Goodwin. Beyond the arc. Drummond grabs the miss.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Here's Yabusele, guarded by Vanderbilt, and stolen by Vanderbilt. Out on his own on the break. Here's Connect. Finished off the break. Connect's got his first basket.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Hachimura from long range. They grab their own miss. Over to the wing. Here's Goodwin. Still without a bucket. No good from outside. Here's Council. Good. And the 76ers lead by 6.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. Doughton passes to Drummond. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Here's Council. Hachimura covering. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Hachimura, right side. Lynn passes to Hachimura. It's hauled in by Doughton.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Drummond to screen on Vanderbilt. Yabusele. That one falls. Coming off a Drummond feed. And now an 8-point 76ers lead.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
And again, the Lakers, no good. Philadelphia's gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Doughton. Hachimura covering. Drummond for 3. Hachimura with a rebound. The Lakers shooting an average of 43% from the floor. And here's Connect outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Connect's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just unreal from outside with deep range. Connect is just knocked down. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And we've got 1:18 left to play in the third quarter. Lakers trail by 7. Wide open. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Connect's got 7 points in the game.
This Connect guy is a pure shooter.
Doughton passes to Drummond. Here's Yabusele. Here's Doughton. Misses the 3. Hachimura outside. Vanderbilt with a screen. Hachimura, the pass to Goodwin. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Hachimura. And that one comes up a bit short.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take. Despite his relatively quiet night, they are still winning, and that just shows this team is more than just about one guy.
Pass to Connect. There's the screen by Lynn. The 3 is up. And Connect with the 3. Connect's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth.
It's the fourth.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. The Sixers lead by 5. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with Alex Len. Connect is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Goodwin in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. Here's McCain. Sinks the tray.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Here's Goodwin. Pass to Lin. Oh, tries a three. They get it back. Out to Hachimura. To the inside. To the right side. Here's Goodwin. Nails the wide open jumper.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. Dowden passes to Drummond. And stolen by Hayes. And they go to the intentional foul. And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
76ers on D. 6-point lead. It's James on the wing. Outside Reeves. Pass to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. High arcing shot. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists tonight. Tipped away. It's stolen by Doncic. James outside. Oh, come on! LeBron from way back.
Look, when LeBron James is hitting his 3 from that spot, look, this offense completely opens up.
For 3, George knocks down the long J. George has got 28 points for the game.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
A strong finish by Doncic.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Oubre. From downtown, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
With the teardrop, and Doncic with the lay-in. He's got 22.
This is Doncic's pure shooting ability in action, making it look easy with that nice floater. That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
James passes to Reeves. James, a screen on Maxey. Back to James. Clock at 6. Oh, James sinking the floater.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
Oubre, a screen on Doncic. George passes to Oubre. Maxey on the wing. Rebound, the Lakers. James has got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Hayes. Back to Reeves. Here in the 4th quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Puts up a 3. Sends it home from 3-point land.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. 4-point game. Here's George. And right on target. George has got 30.
This dude is nails in the clutch. You want your best shot at winning at the end, give the ball to PG.
Clutch play by Doncic.
He's been doing this since he was a kid.
Screen by Embiid. Maxey, a good look. Again, Philadelphia.
When it comes down to crunch time, Maxey wants the ball in his hands.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Off target at the rim.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
For 3, George. Doncic grabs the miss. Hayes against Embiid. Doncic outside. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. For 3, Maxey. Good D by Doncic.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
James outside. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by George. Fires the three. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight.